All right, already. I'm DC Curry. They trying to lynch me up in here, but they can't do it.
I got your back, DC.
Thank you, JJ. Big shout out to Jamie. His rumors floating all over the place. They say he's out of the hospital. They say he's in Chicago.
Rehabbing.
Physical rehab. His daughter said he was out playing pickleball.
Yeah.
Playing pickleball the other day, but still no explanation of what happened. I mean, and I have nothing to back this up, but it sounds stroke-ish to me.
Well, the hospital put out it was stroke and brain injury related.
But they said 100% recovery. They said they expected for him to make a full recovery. So
yeah, which I've never seen 100% recovery from anything.
Yeah, I agree. But they did announce that he and his daughter have a show coming out in the fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they put Nick Cannon in to finish his show, Beat Shazam.
Yeah, because he had to step down because of health issues. That's what they said.
Him and her and that Osborne girl.
No,
Nick Cannon and Osborne girl.
Jamie had to step down from the show.
But God bless him, man. I'm pulling for him, man.
Way to go, Jamie.
Physical rehab in.
Why do you think
Chicago.
that daughter waited such for the builder to be such one way, and then it just come right out and say, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. He's in Chicago rehabbing. Like they never.
Why do I think what?
The daughter waited for all the press and the comments to go, because people were still praying for him. Like they didn't. I'm just saying, if you're saying pray for him, why not say, hey, thank you for your prayers. My dad is fully recovered in Chicago. Instead of coming out, you guys don't know what you're talking about, the rumor mill, bada, 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 my dad's in Chicago recovering. I'm just saying, you asking for prayers. As far as we knew, he was still in Atlanta, recovering. And there were a lot of comments. And then she just comes from out of the blue, blasting the media and people and saying, my dad's been in Chicago recovering. But to me, if you're asking for prayers and everybody's thinking he's this, I mean, why not just say, hey, thank y'all for praying. Be concerned with the ones who had genuine love for Jamie by saying, hey, look, thank y'all for your prayers. My dad is happily recovering in Chicago, instead of lashing out. That's just me, though.
Well, and I know she's of age. I mean, as far as she's grown and everything, but she's being coached.
By PR?
PR lawyers are talking. They're telling her.
They know how to make that money. They hold it away as
well,
much
they're
as
telling
they
her what
can.
to say, and it may.
And guess what? We're gonna
And
charge one of the magazine companies, or radio station, or TV show.
I don't know what kind of
to tell the
shape
story.
Jamie is in, but he may be calling the shots. He's saying, don't say nothing. Don't, you know. For whatever reason. It's PR people, the lawyers. She ain't making that decision.
But you got to realize how many magazine companies, how many everybody been coming here for exclusive interview, and that's going to cost them that exclusive.
But that's all I'm saying. You know, they don't take into account the stress she's going through with people constantly calling her trying to get information on her father.
Yeah.
And then the stress of not knowing if her father is going to be okay.
Right.
How about that? He's still a human being, and that is his child.
Right.
So, yes, like you said, she probably got the PR people telling her, hey, this is how you do it. You know, wait, da-da-da-da-da. But she's still human. That's her dad.
How much stress are you under, though? You checked out. You flew home. And he's in rehab in Chicago. I mean,
he's in the hospital in rehab in Chicago.
No, I ain't seen him in the hospital.
Well, that's what it said, that he's in one of the
rehab.
Yeah.
No, he's not in the hospital. He's doing well rehabilitation. What I'm saying is, how much stress are you under if he went from, evidently, he had to be good enough to fly or be released. So he's not as worse off he's been before. So evidently your prayers have worked it to a point to where he can travel and he's expected to make 100% recovery. But I understand what you're saying, that she's being coached.
I ain't never seen 100% recovery from nothing.
Well, I'm just going by what the thing said. I understand what you're saying.
I broke my leg when I was my first leg break. I was 12. I still limp.
Yeah, I
can see how the stress
ain't
is
no such
there.
thing as 100%. Huh?
Initially,
I can see how the
but
stress is there. You know, the back and forth. She got to go back and forth, and you know, she relocated there to be with her father. She's under stress too.
And she's still a female. That's her dad.
Yes,
she's
her dad.
a woman.
What stress?
And not saying
got money,
that her
you
being
still
a woman
got
had
stress.
anything to do with it, but she's still, that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
That's a lot to deal with.
Then, like you said, she probably got people coming to her from all sides.
Exactly.
So she's stressed.
To release that statement, that's stressful. I mean, he's improved. I mean, he's improved and he's rehabbing, and that's your response to the media and press. Then that comes from stress.
I agree with Brian, believe it or not, a little bit. I mean, JJ is saying, that's their business. Yeah, but those dynamics kind of change when you're famous. And you got people out here, myself included, who are fans of Jamie. Now, not that they owe us any explanation, but Jamie, my boy, I've been knowing him, 35 years. I've been following him. I follow his movies. I go to his movies. I'm not saying I deserve all of the details.
That's what I'm saying.
But when you are a famous person and benefit from people being
supporting
fan, which is fan, which is short for fanatic. When you benefit from people being fanatically attracted to you and your talent, then I do think you owe them some kind of explanation. Now, it doesn't have to be details, but you feel kind of disrespected if you have been a fan and supported this man over all of these years, and now he's sick and you don't even say, well, we pulling for him. He had a stroke. I mean, even if you weren't that specific, basically just to say, ain't none of your business.
I don't think she said that though.
Well,
I think she said she was like, pray. The reason why I said that because people are now feeling more entitled. She asked the family asked that we pray, and we did. Give us an opportunity. We letting you know something's going on. Now let us deal with what's going on. Now they're getting him to where he's at the rehabilitation. Let them get themselves settled down and say, okay, now he's doing better.
But say that.
She did. She did.
No, she didn't.
What she quoted as saying is, due to the quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery.
She said that the other day, but there was a time when they were saying he was still in the hospital. Just week before last, week before last, they were saying he was still in the hospital in Atlanta. This is not me talking. This is news.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Did she say it was the news saying?
She wasn't saying anything.
She was saying
So
nothing.
I'm just saying that because of the general interest of the population, his fans, and that's what I mean. He's a star. I would think that she would have, even if her statement was like you said, y'all please just let me deal with it. He's sick. Obviously the man's sick.
But she didn't do that.
But don't blow me off just like none of your business.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't feel like that's not what I got from it. I just didn't.
She said.
For me, I just felt like when the news came out and the request was, let us deal. I'm just using in my own words. Let us deal with what's going on with my dad. For me, I'm like, okay. Then if he pulled through, which we were praying that he pulled through, when they're ready to let us know where he's at. I just feel like and don't get me wrong, I love his talent. I am a big fan of Jamie Foxx. I just feel as though, as a fan, for me, there comes a time when we need to just be patient. Just be patient. We're not entitled to step by step.
You should be on the PR team.
My thing is though.
That's the kind of stuff she should have been saying.
My thing is though, when you're saying just be patient, I don't think the fans got impatient. She came from out of nowhere and blasted the media and some of the fans.
That was even the rumor out that he was dead.
Right, blasted her and said, y'all don't know. This was her response. Y'all don't know. Y'all meeting. Y'all people don't know what y'all talking about. Okay. My dad is safe in Chicago rehabbing, expecting a full recovery.
Right, but she could have been. I don't think she directed it to.
The media had stopped. All kinds of people were saying stuff all on podcasts and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, y'all are just making up stuff.
I heard they said he was dead.
But still,
right.
She wasn't talking specifically to you, Brian.
Right.
I didn't say
were making.
I didn't say she was talking to me at all.
Just be patient and wait for this man to get himself together. We're not entitled.
First of
to
all,
no
I'm the
step
type
by
person.
step.
If Jamie Foxx, if Jamie Foxx don't make another
I
movie,
think it ought to be
I'm good.
Accommodating.
But it should be
statements. These are people that care about you.
If he don't make another movie, I'm good. I ain't that serious until
you ought to tell him something.
Well, look, I'll tell you this though. If he is in Chicago, apparently his doctor cleared him to fly because if you had a stroke,
that's all I'm saying.
Not necessarily.
Trust me, I've met a lot of people.
No, not necessarily. And let me strike that down right here.
Yeah.
Where I am, I used to have a tour bus. So he did not have to fly.
No, I didn't say he flew. But
You
I'm
said if
assuming
the
that he
doctor
flew.
cleared him to fly, he had to. That's not true. He could have gone up there in a sprint. He could have gone up there in a sprint.
Yeah, he could have done that. I'm just saying how she could have
They got medical jets.
I just think she was under stress.
They got medical jets.
They got helicopters. They got buses. You got. I mean, he
I'm
may
not
not have
saying
flown.
there's
I
not.
don't know.
No, I'm not saying that there wasn't other modes of transportation. All I'm saying is you still have to be cleared to travel after you've had a stroke.
Yeah, but you can
No
travel.
matter
People
what
had
it
a
is,
stroke.
'cause that's
You
a long-
travel,
that's a long
And in
trip
his
in
position, he
Chicago.
take doctor go with him.
Yeah.
No, I mean they can
mean,
take an
he got
ambulance
money
all the
for
way
it.
there. No, I'm saying an ambulance can take him all the way there.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Right, he can go in the ambulance. So he may not have flown.
I don't think she was under stress.
It's uncomfortable to ride in an ambulance that far.
He wasn't on Southwest.
And he could have been on a private jet. You know, I mean,
He could have been
you
on.
never know.
Well, the only thing with that is even on private jet. I don't know. It'd be very
medical
hard for
private jet.
nobody to see him.
Right.
And they have kept it. I mean, under
So
wraps.
close to the vest.
It would be
Right.
very hard. I don't
So
see how
kudos
he
to
got
them.
out of the hospital. I was reading things about Michael Jackson the other day, and they were talking about how the limos would come in and everything. Michael Jackson was such a big star.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, whenever he performed, just like the president, vice president, they took an ambulance. And I was reading the thing, it said most of the time, guess how Mike came in and left?
In an ambulance.
In the ambulance.
Because ain't nobody looking at the ambulance.
Right.
Nobody looking at the ambulance. They
He
looking
got
at the
looking
limo.
like he got looking like in
They
the limo.
just they just banging on the window.
In the ambulance.
Remember
That's how
Scorpio
he-
in LA?
That's how he
Scorpio
used to
would
get
do it.
in and out. Huh?
Remember Scorpio in LA used to do Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, God bless you, Jamie. Get well soon, man, and family and everything. Speaking of Michael Jackson, you see where the boy, the Michael Jackson impersonator, got
God,
choked
he
to
look-
death in New York.
Oh, that guy. I thought you were talking about the guy they talking about that could play him other than his nephew. It looks just like him. But you're talking about the young man that got choked,
No, the
unfortunately.
guy that was an impersonator of Michael Jackson
Got choked.
and got choked to death. He's on the New York subway.
Mm-hmm.
He was hollering stuff out, they say. All the witnesses say. He didn't threaten nobody. He didn't put his hands on nobody.
Right.
And some used to be Marine
Right.
choked the boy to death.
Right.
I personally think it's a rollover from policemen killing black folk.
Yeah. Guess who
Nah, they
financially
just
support the
said,
Marine?
Huh?
Guess who financially support the Marine as he's going through his legal problems?
He done raised about $300,000.
Kid Rock.
700.
Kid Rock.
I heard
I
it
can
was
believe
$2
that.
million now.
Huh?
Kid Rock.
$2 million.
$2 million for his defense fund.
Yeah, Kid Rock. Crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Ron DeSantis called him a hero.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Kid Rock made a lot of his money by kind of acting like he was down and being
and Ron
popular rapper.
DeSantis, I mean, some of the stuff he said. See, it's gonna be amazing when he's anti this and anti that, anti-black studies and all that, and he got children. I would love to see one of his daughters come home with a black boy.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
I would love to see one of his daughters come home and say, "Hit my girlfriend."
It's gonna happen.
You know, I would love for somebody to grab Ivanka Trump by the pussy.
A lot of people would.
Actually, a lot of
the
people
shit
probably have.
Trump saying,
A lot
and
of
you
people.
got daughters. I would love.
He
I
got
would
convicted of
love-
rape. And Trump just got convicted of rape. It's crazy.
Well, not
sexual
convicted.
assault.
We're not convicted.
He was convicted
Of sexual
liable.
assault. Yeah, liable.
Yeah, he was liable.
Yeah.
He was found liable civilly.
So do y'all think DeSantis will lose Disneyland? Like I'm hearing, like people I've talked to, I'm hearing that they're even looking up here
He's
in
more
Atlanta.
of a coward than Donald Trump to me.
Yeah.
And
They
here you
ain't got no
are.
room in Atlanta for no Disney.
Even
Oh,
now,
the
when
heck
he's
they
talking
do.
about running
Where?
for president,
Conyers.
he's talking about running as a Republican for president and he still refused to say anything about Donald Trump. You going at Mickey Mouse and you scared of Bozo?
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one. I like that one.
They both in
I
Florida
like
too.
that one.
And both of them in Florida too.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Bozo
he's
from
a big
Chicago.
But that just go to show you.
But he can't say that about Trump right now.
That just go to show you the power of the media for someone like that, because he's another Trump. That's all he is. He's another Trump, and it's a different outfit.
I think he's more of a fake. Like Trump is just genuinely gonna be
more
a
of a
jerk.
coward than Donald Trump.
Yeah, I think Trump is just genuinely a jerk. He is who he is. I think DeSantis is just trying to be a knockoff and say stuff that he don't truly believe himself.
Let me ask you how this. What do you think is the perfect world for these type of people in America? What would be the perfect thing that they want to happen that's not being done right now that they pressing for? It just get all the blacks just to press all the. What do you think is the perfect situation for them with us involved in it?
Hey, you back out there behind that mule with that plow?
In them cotton fields.
With the Beach Boys.
I mean, Trump has all but said it. I mean, if you just look at, see, when they came up with MAGA, Make America Great Again, that was his second choice. His first statement that he was trying to push was take America back.
Yeah.
And if you think that ain't directed at Barack Obama, he was saying, these niggas done took this shit over. He was saying to white people, we need to take
it back.
this country back.
But he couldn't say it that way.
But I think they finally got to him. They said that ain't gonna work. We got to use MAGA.
They had to use the same.
When he say back, he don't mean like they never lost. He mean back to the way it was back in the day. Because they never lost it, so ain't nothing for them to go back to other than the way it was.
They somewhat lost it. That racism was on a decline.
Yeah, we not
when
slaves.
Barack Obama became president.
Right.
So he meant it both ways.
Came back and stoked it.
Right, so that's what he came up with Make America Great Again.
That's when they came up with Make America
which
Great
he got from Reagan in the early 80s.
Yeah. That's exactly what it meant.
Yeah.
I think he just threw anything on the wall and whatever stuck. That's what he ran with.
No, that came from an Alabama who separated himself. That came from an Alabama senator, Jeff Sessions, who you read up on him definitely. So Jeff Sessions got behind him, came up with all these different slogans.
Who was clearly a racist,
hands down.
I know somebody that personally knew Jeff Sessions.
All right, and so. But then when he got so far out there, even Jeff Sessions got scared. Like, hey, I got to recuse myself from some of the stuff he was doing when it came to the Russian collusion. So even Jeff Sessions had to step back, and you ain't heard nothing from him since. I mean, he found him a hole in his head very deeply.
But it amazes me, man. It amazes me that people that you thought, even though if you disagreed with them, had good sense in some of the shit they let Donald Trump. It amazes me to show you. I mean, a guy like a hypnotist, man.
They was heck of high water. That
white women that he has. This man has said, just grab him by the. And white women are supporting him. I've seen him interviewing white women after he reiterated that in the interview with Kay Collins, and they say, "Oh, that ain't nothing."
Yeah.
What?
Well, you know why?
It's like black men. He endorsed the brother that was running for something, and the brother won. But how can you be a black man
Michael Irvin got accused and lost his job.
And support Donald Trump? How can Stephen A. Smith? Hey, man.
Because
Michael Irvin got accused. You see, Michael Irvin got accused by a white woman and lost his whole
video. He just talking to the white woman.
Right.
Yeah, but you know why the white women supported him?
Why?
Because they like getting grabbed by the pussy.
No,
No, yeah, they do.
No.
Go
Go
ahead, buddy.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Do you go around grabbing white women by the pussy?
No, I
Then how you know they like it?
anybody by the pussy.
How you know they like it then?
Because I've seen a lot of white women
Cut
that
that,
ask
man.
for it.
Cut that. Cut it off, Will.
He said, cut it off.
Cut it off, man. You can't say that, bro. You can't say that.
Yeah.
Is it off?